Let's go with Tuan on Robert. It says, I'm Robert from Poland, Vietnam. I've been doing 3D for quite a long time, but never got a big step in the industry as a character artist. I'm not sure what my portfolio is missing since most job applications don't give feedback. Let's see. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, I understand why it happens because not a lot of people... Oh, yeah, I saw your stuff, man. I think I saw this one. I actually saw this on, like, the front page or something. Yeah, this is amazing, man. Okay. So here's the thing, Tuan. Like, first look, I don't even need to check the things, and I see that you have, again, the skills. Okay? Like, you definitely have the skills from a modeling perspective, shading perspective. Like, this is top-tier work. Like, no questions asked. First thing, I want to see more breakdowns of the stuff, okay? I see a lot of shots of the character, that's fine, but I want to see, yeah, this kind of stuff. Okay, so it's here. You might not need as many of these guys, to be honest. You have plenty, so you can cut a couple of them away. This is great. Yeah, this is amazing, man. That's the concept. Okay, I think this concept kind of looks AI, to be honest, but hey, we're going to be going through this. Yeah, this is badass. Like, I could, there was Stellar Blade, right? It gives me a lot of Stellar Blade sort of vibes. So this is really, really good. Now, here's the thing, Tuan, Robert. I'm not sure how big the industry is where you are in Vietnam. It gives me the impression, based on what I've heard from some of my peers, that it might not be such a big industry. I know there are some outsourced studios over there, but I'm not sure how big the industry is. If the industry, and this is not only for Robert, it's for everyone, if the industry is not big where you are in your city, you have two options. You either start your own stuff, you start offering your services, you start your own little studio, you do something, your own game, something, or you're gonna have to move, okay? You're gonna have to sacrifice that and be like, yeah, I'm gonna move somewhere else, to another country, to another city, where the industry is bigger, so that I get another chance. Because it's very difficult, especially with this level that you have right here, it's very difficult that they're gonna hire you as a freelance remote worker. Like, people will want to have you on the studio so that not only can you create stuff, but you can also help other people create very, very cool stuff. Because I can definitely see that you have a good, like a really good understanding of the whole process, man. So this is great. I would not texture a character post just from a rigging perspective. Then that would be like a mess to to work with. But yeah, and I can see, like, you did this 3 years ago and it was already quite nice. So again, I would need to check, and this is the kind of stuff that's difficult for me to read from a portfolio perspective, but it happens. Sometimes you're gonna have someone that's really, really good, and I'm not saying this is your case, Robert, but then you interview them and they're either super like introverted to the point where it's difficult to even get a word out of them, and they're very, very talented, but they're not easy to work with, or they're like complete douchebags and complete dicks, and it becomes, again, very difficult to work with them. So like, you have the talent, man. Like I can definitely tell you have all of the necessary skills that I would be looking for if I was hiring a, like, even like a lead 3D character artist, to be honest. Why are there no opportunities for you? I'm not sure. And unfortunately, that's also something that I have no control over. I wish I could give everyone who deserves a job, but it's one of those things that some people get a different, like, hand of cards in their life, right? Reach out, maybe create a male character would be my suggestion for your portfolio. But again, I think you have a really strong portfolio to already get a job, so there has to be something out there. And again, this might be one of my advices, because you might have this feeling inside of yourself where you're like, hey, I can already produce like super high quality AAA assets, and like Sony Santa Monica do not want to hire me, Naughty Dog, they do not want to hire me, like no big studio wants to hire me. Okay, tough luck. Go for a small studio. Go for a small studio that might not need this level yet, just so that you get experience. Because yes, even though portfolio is very important, sometimes experience is also important. So if I see that you have really, really cool stuff, but I see that you've never worked on a studio before, I start asking questions like, why is that? Like, why with this talent have you not gotten any work? Is it because you feel like you deserve a really, really big work or big position to begin with? It's just complicated, okay? So, but yeah, man, like, this is cool. I might just take this one out, to be honest, this anime characters, just because it doesn't feel like it fits the rest of the vibe that you have going on here. But you got cool stuff, man. You got cool stuff. Yeah, Earth, I understand, and but again, here's the deal. Life is so chaotic. I've seen people with amazing portfolios who are struggling to get a job. I've seen people with the most shitty portfolio get a job at the top tier industry. It's like, why? Why is that the way it is? And I heard someone, and I'm gonna go full screen right now because I think this is an important message. The life being so chaotic is both something that's fair and unfair at the same time, right? So you have two options. Whenever you feel like you're not getting the result that you want, you are applying to a job and you're not getting it, you have two options. You either delve on it and feel sad about it, or you just get over it and go for the next thing. And I'm one of the guys that prefers the second option. It's like, okay, that didn't happen, that project didn't go through, fuck it, let's go for the next one, let's go for the next thing. I don't care, let's go and try something new, something different. Because if you're just constantly complaining about how life is unfair and how everyone else has it super easy, and you're not actually trying to do something, I mean, tough luck, right? So don't focus too much on those opportunities that you're not able to get, and focus on what you do have control over. And as they say, like, life is like a box of chocolates, right? Like Forrest Gump, and you don't know what's gonna happen. You might not get that dream job that you always dreamed of, but you might get something else that you didn't even imagine you were gonna get, and it was way better than what you thought. So it's very, very important to be able to see both sides of the coin. Okay, Casey here is saying something very important. It says, I'm pretty fortunate working with an indie company. It pays low, but I'm doing what I love. So there's so much in life, guys, that it's not worth it to delve into the bad things of things. Just focus on the stuff that you're enjoying, focus on building things, focus on building yourself, and keep looking for those opportunities, and they will arise, because there's always opportunities. There's this famous quote that says that when one door closes, another one opens, right? Well, it's the exact same thing. Just look for that stuff. And again, I wish I had like a magic wand to just give everyone a job, or to imagine if I had, like, I don't know, millions of dollars, and I'd be like, hey guys, let's build our own studio. We're gonna start creating our own games. I'm just gonna hire everyone who has a level. That would be amazing. But it's just that thing, right? Like that's how life is. Like, life's not fair and it's fair at the same time. It's a complicated mess, but it's a beautiful mess. Davis says, at this point, with how things are for me personally, I'm running on pure spite. 3D job or not, I'm working on my craft. Yeah, there you go. There you go, man.